So hey guys, it's Jem. After 4.5 years of sleepless nights, countless capstone revisions, and more coffee than water, your engineering girly finally made it. My college journey wasn't exactly the usual story. As a pandemic baby, I started as a civil engineering student in online classes. My classroom was my bedroom. My classmates were these little squares on Big Blue Button or Google Meet. And my professors, well, sometimes the classes depend on their Wi-Fi connection and their favorite line of, "Can you hear me?" or "Am I audible?" saying it at least 5 times per lecture. Kidding aside, the first 2 years in college was challenging yet memorable for me. I may have lost an important person in my life during those times, but I learned how to turn that pain as motivation to live better. I told myself that if I keep going, if I work harder, maybe I can make that person proud, even from afar. That's when I found something that kept me motivated. It was when I started making my digital diaries here on YouTube. This turned into my little capsule of my journey, not just as a civil engineering student, but as a daughter, sibling, friend, and as a growing adult. Looking back, I'm really glad that I pressed that record button because those videos remind me of how far I've come. As we entered our third year, that's when we finally had our first face-to-face classes. Met a few people I just knew online, talked to them, and faced the nerve-wracking introduction for each courses. It was fun and stressful at the same time. My journey was not as perfect as you see online. Back in elementary and high school, I was always an academic achiever. I was used to getting good grades and excelling in class. But this program humbled me real quick. I got my first failing grade and it pushed me down so hard. I remember feeling so lost that I even thought of transferring schools. It felt like the end of the world to me. But I reminded myself that this is not who I am, and this is not what my mom taught me. It was a lesson for me that failure doesn't mean you stop. It means you continue what you started because that does not define you for who you are becoming. It was a way for you to learn from it and be the better version of yourself. But honestly, I wouldn't have made it through these tough times alone. A big shout out to these amazing girls who came to me on the first day of on-site classes and eventually became my girl besties. Though time may have brought us to different paths, I'll always treasure those moments with them because they were such a big part of my early college journey. And to these important people, we may just have met as classmates or groupmates, but along the way, they became so much more than that. With them, I found the kind of friendship that stayed through the roller coaster ride. Whether it was pulling all-nighters for deadlines, celebrating our small wins, or just being there for each other when things got overwhelming. They were my safe space in college and I'll always be grateful that I met them along this journey. So after all that college breakdowns and breakthroughs, come with me as I walk across the stage, proudly wearing my toga, and celebrate this milestone with the people who made it all worth it. And it's game time.
Dr. Joymi C. Lopez.
To fly above the rest and lead me on to victory.
First ever graduation ceremony as your new
Adona. Flo F. Adriquilo. Michelle
Rex Nathaniel L. Fernandez.
Numerous things, you know I know that was kinda hard, it's something that I was so glad I'm second guessing, but I was sure of the secret inside of dying, emotionally violent. So tell me what the hell you are doing.
Leading the pledge of loyalty is Mr.
Wanted too much, we lose it so fast. Would you try to control me?
We're gonna fly.
Kita naman tayo lahat. Suot na daw. Game. Sorry guys, di pa kami makaget over sa graduation. Tan tan tanan! Ay ka, nakasal ba yun? One, two, three. One, two, three. Pwede kayo mag-picture solo?
Solo?
Solo kayo. Hindi kayo picture. With that,
Sorry po.
Paano yan? Ano yan? Ah,
Di
video
ba
ba?
ano yun? Di ba ganito?
Yung
Yung gym.
Gem.
Ba't na siya?
Naka-gem daw, ba't na?
Joke lang, masira.
Gaganda.
Oo nga. Wow! Closer, closer, closer.
Picture, picture.
Seventeen percent. Ay, mabis na siya malobat.
Ano? Jem, lobat na to.
Jem, lobat na.
Nandito ako.
Chipmunks all the way.
Cute.